All right, hello folks. So like literally 98% done with all our planting, with all the rain and everything. It's just been crazy. I could have had 8 of these things stacked up and filled every last bit of them with them empty. But it's good. I mean, that's almost 600 gallons, 550. The peach trees got peaches on them. We've been trying something new instead of doing trellising because it's been just problematic in the past and takes up room. And so I created these mounds. Hey Ranger, I created these mounds that I'm putting the cucumbers on, and I'm gonna run them across the fence, and I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more of these. The asparagus has been doing well. We've been eating that probably 2-3 times a week. The apples are just finishing flowering. I haven't seen anything on this jujube yet, but I'm keeping an eye on it because it got pretty sparse last year and I had to like re-trim it, but it came back really well right now. Grapevines, I did lose one, but I'll have to graft, and I wanted to graft and probably add 4 or 5 more anyway. That was just the initial. Left this cilantro in the path from last year just because we'll use it. This bed is seed planted with squash and then zucchini. And then I've got, these are those onions that if you saw the video before about me stripping down, that's them. And then the rest of this bed is beans and peas, thyme and sage, and then that little patch right there has some seed planted fennel. Got some potatoes going here, as well as some onions going to seed from last year, some parsley that came up from last year. So all peppers in this bed right here, all the way up, along with onions intertwined with them. These are all tomatoes, so I've got some that are just seed planted right in here. This is all beets, this entire bed, because we will pickle and do other things with those. Again, old last year onions, letting go to seed. I've never really done a lot of seed work with onions, but I figured I'll try with the amount that we had left in the garden that I left. Radishes just cast seeded into here, and then carrots, cast seeded just through here. And I did the same thing with lettuce this year. Instead of like making rows and planting it, I was like, man, I'm just chucking seed and let grow what grows, and then we got a full bed of okra because that's a very abundant plant. And then the boys got their beds with some various stuff in it. We went and bought a trampoline with all this quarantine stuff, so they have been on it non-stop, but they also fall asleep at night very quickly, which has been nice. The big thing I worked on today was over here, this corner bed. I like scorched earth it, and then I took a couple of bags of compost manure and spread them out with the rake because it's about 3 or 4 inches thick of wood chips. And then along the fence line there is watermelon, melon, and pumpkin over here. And basically I'm going to do the same thing and run vines, over the wood here. And then I did some sunflower, just broadcast spread some sunflower just through here just to try it. And then I'll run the pumpkins up across here. Composters are doing good. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because I just dumped some waste in it. Oh yeah, you can see it. But I mean, guys are chumping and munching, and oh, there's a goose egg we had the other day. They're going to town on this stuff, and so that is a good thing. But maintaining moisture in these composters has been a challenge if you don't do it regularly. This one's doing real well as well. The peach tree here, this is the staple one that we get hundreds of pounds off of, and then a couple other ones there with the fig on the end, which I have got to figure out because it will grow through the year, and then nothing new grows off those, but it'll start growing from the center again. So if anybody knows anything about that, that would be awesome. But yeah, a couple more cucumber mounds and I'm basically in, and now it's just maintenance. One thing that we have been doing is we've been burning a lot of burnable trash. I don't know about there, but they won't pick up anything that's not in the bucket. And so some of it was just conditioning on my part, where I wanted them to get used to the fact that what if we don't have surfaces? What if there isn't trash that comes? Well, a good amount of it you can burn, which is what we've been doing. And we've had actual half or more than half of the garbage we usually throw out, we are not throwing out. So, you know, this will all turn to ash. I'll bucket it. I will cast it out there somewhere. But yeah, that's where we stand. I mean, a little bit of like maintenance work, but I mean, it's all in, and I'm pretty happy about everything that we got planted this year.